Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they'll begin by running the option. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Hurts sets up to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in the defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the first down. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
The Eagles hit 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Yeah, the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. Hurts. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Hurts. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Following the interception, here's Prescott. He's going to air one out. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So, Charles, you look at this offense, what a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack. They'll need a big play here with Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Here's Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some room to work. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A big pickup of 38. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are trying to create vision. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Elliott going to get it again on second down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are. But let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They got to take care of business first.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? After one, it's 9-0. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Pat the street! Pat the street!
Here comes Sanders on the toss right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Prescott down. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Prescott. Back to Elliott, and he's got him again. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Throwing. Prescott. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. Finding Elliott for the catch on the out route. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Prescott. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Elliott, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. Flush to his right. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Prescott to the sideline on 4th down. Jonathan Garibay is out there for the Dallas field goal. And this is going to be no good. He missed it off to the left, and that will keep this a 12-point game. So 1st and goal quickly turns into 4th and goal, and then 4th and goal turns into no points whatsoever.
That's a very disappointing sequence of events right there. And I, for one, would not want to be the kicker who has to run over to his head coach and explain that one.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 31, Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. This is Smith with a grab. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Now back to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, Hurts. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. Devontae Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good with a PAT, and that will make this a 19-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation, either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
From the 24, Prescott. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And Prescott, his third interception. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A fairly short kick from the 14. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Right there, hurt.
Second down, back to Sanders. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And Hurts is intercepted, his third of the game. And And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they watch this lead shrink a little. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Another run with Sanders. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that can all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right. Throw it out the window. Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine. I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 12, Prescott buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that. And they force another incompletion. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st down, Prescott. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. To the air again, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Javon Hargrave able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott
That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Here's Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They'll try again with Elliott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with career touchdown number 75. And the Cowboys are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Extra point up and good by Garibay. And this is back to an 8-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From just inside the 20, a short kick.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped here for no gain. And that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter play.
On the check. Go, Reed. Go.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 7.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end Goddard.
And he is going to have an Eagles 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Sanders tossed left side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. And that's a loss of 7 on the 1st down play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Yeah, he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself, because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. The 30, the 20, 10. Oh, and this is going to be brought back for a fumble return touchdown by the Cowboys. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the fourth. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done, get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Hurts sets up to throw it. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hurts to his former Alabama teammate Smith for an Eagle first down.
Devontae Smith's workload certainly didn't get any lighter going from being a Heisman Trophy winner at Alabama to his first year with the Philadelphia Eagles. 104 targets as a rookie, and his 916 yards did the most for a Philly wideout since 2015. They go to him there for a first down.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Hurts. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Marquise Bell.
And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 31. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. Prescott down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Prescott. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's second down.
So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out.
55 rushing yards, rushing on 12 carries for him now.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here's Elliott. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the markers. They'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as his defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And in a yardage game, there's really kind of gravy, and this just becomes what my old coach used to say, get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and with it, they have taken the lead.
Usually are. It's just executing better.